1899, the Anglo-Egyptian Condominium was declared, which stated that Sudan would be jointly administered by Egypt and Great Britain. However, despite the condominium, Egypt dominated the government, and the first order of business was to suppress local religious uprisings in the north and south.
On February 12, 1953, the Egyptian government signed an agreement with Britain, which granted self-government for the Sudanese. The Egyptians threw their support behind Ismail al-Azhari, who was the leader of the Nationalist Unionist Party. Azhari campaigned to unite Egypt with Sudan. Azhari formed a new government in January 1954, and as a result of this, South Sudanese felt increasingly marginalized. On August 18, 1955, a group of Southern Army troops stationed in Choit refused to follow the rules set in place by Azhari's new government.
The South Sudanese troops were upset about the fact that they were ordered to relocate to Khartoum in the north. The Southern Sudanese troops' efforts to fuel an armed resistance became the basis of the armed struggle and division between the North and the South. In 1983, the civil war between the predominantly African, Christian, and communist South broke out against the predominantly Muslim Arab North. Since the war resumed in 1983, more than 2 million people had been killed and about 4 to 5.5 million citizens had been displaced from their homes.
The Civil War finally ended on January 9, 2005, when the Sudan People's Liberation Army and the Sudan People's Liberation Movement signed the Comprehensive Peace Agreement alongside the Sudanese government. The Comprehensive Peace Agreement provided a new national constitution, as well as outlined new measures for sharing power, distributing wealth, and providing security in Sudan. On January 9, 2011, 6 years after the CPA was signed, South Sudanese citizens began voting on Southern independence. Results showed that almost 99% of individuals voted in favor of seceding from the North. Southern independence was then scheduled for July 9, 2011. In July 2013, President Mayardit dismissed his entire cabinet and unveiled his smaller new cabinet.
Riek Machar, who was previously serving as Mayardit's vice president, was not retained. Mayardit caused a civil war to break out in South Sudan when he sacked his entire cabinet and accused Vice President Machar of instigating a failed coup. The ongoing battles between Mayardit and Machar left at least 10,000 individuals dead and more than 1.9 million people displaced about a year into the fighting.
On this site, we'll be covering the experiences of women, children, elderly and disabled, and military soldiers in South Sudan. Representations of these experiences will be shared through poems, short stories, drawings, and photographs.